Good morning. True to my word, I'm back out. I didn't mean to go out last weekend, but I didn't make it out. So we're back out this weekend. Today's the 16th, as it says in the lower third that I put up. We're back out at some water. Last time I came out, I went to another place. And now we're back here, which required me to, the whole thing that I did last time, I talked about how I needed a state wildlife area pass that I now have. There we go. Get nice and bundled up because it's cold out. It snowed. We had a winter storm come through. I have that state wildlife area pass now. I can be here without breaking the rules, which is nice. The last time I came here, it was just basically dead. I believe it was December, towards the end of my vacation that I took at the end of the year. I think was the last time I came here, and I think this will be good come spring, which obviously we're not there yet since there's a bunch of snow on the ground. But I'm gonna go set up the camera and I'm gonna watch near the water and see what I can see. I've already seen some geese on the water. It's not a ton. It's interesting that it's not quite as active as I thought it might be, but that's what I'm gonna do today. So let's get out there and see what we can see. It's cold out there. All right. Not as long as a usual day. What does the temperature say? Because I am curious. Yeah, it's still below freezing. It's been below freezing the whole time. It's about 2 hours. I try to go for at least 3 at a minimum, usually, but stuff happens. I'm very cold. I sat in the snow. My butt is frozen. And I'll be honest with you, I made a series. There's a bird. I'm watching it right now. What do we have here? Oh, hello. I haven't seen a magpie in a bit. Hi, magpie. Just up and down, going right along. Oh, turned around, saw something, and landed. We actually saw a good bit, and that's another reason why I felt okay. The length of time is not as important as the quality of what we see, and I got at least one shot I'm happy with. I'm pretty sure. I hope. I made a couple of rookie mistakes, just a series of them, and it really annoyed me. And the wind, it is a deceptively windy day. It doesn't seem very windy at all. But it managed to be windy in every direction, it felt like. And so, like, the camo scrim that I have over me just kept blowing, like, it kept blowing in. It's like, oh, it's blowing from the right, so it's pulling everything in on the right side where I'm trying to sit there with everything in front of me, so it keeps going in front of the camera, like the screen, my monitor. And it's like, all right, well, let me lean this way. It's coming in from the left as well. It was just everywhere. It kept blowing it underneath me, so now I'm sitting on it, which is pulling everything, and I try to adjust and like I'm so frustrated with it. It was such an annoyance. But I also thought about it. I have two of them. Remember, I bought one and then a larger one, thinking to cover everything, which it kind of does, but it's only 5 feet wide, so it really doesn't cover me on the sides. But anyway, I used the second one. I took all of my, like, I carry a backpack. I have the suitcase that has all the audio equipment in it, like a rolling suitcase. I think it's like 18 or 20 inches, whatever. And then I also have my Pelican case for the cameras, actually, and the lens. All of that in the camera bag the tripod bag. All that I put off to the side, and I just threw my other camo over it, so it also covered it up. And maybe it was just that. Maybe the fact that was covered, so that wasn't obvious. I was covered mostly, but the birds were right next to me, like so close. I pulled this camera, the little handheld, to get footage of them, because the big lens, it can't focus that close. I mean, we're talking less than 5 feet away, and they were just kind of down near. This is incredible. And so they, I can't think, I want to say it's a sparrow, because I feel like I've seen that kind of coloring and a spot right on the breast, but red on the head, that one's either new or one I don't remember off the top of my head. But I got a very clear shot with a nice background kind of blurred out and just like right on there. It was only a few seconds, but man, it was worth it. And then I'm watching, we're on the water, so I see some geese. I see, what's the black and white one? Oh, the editor will tell us all this or put it on the screen, or I don't know, something. It'll be fine. We'll look at all the footage. It's one we've seen before. It was I'm still trying to come up with the name of it. I know I've seen it before. Hold on. I have my list. Where'd my phone? I pulled it out of my pocket to look and see what the temperature was. See if my list is stored locally here, because we have a little bit of internet, but not too much out here. Let's go to my checklist. Nope. My bird checklist. I have two different checklists. Oh, I don't think it was a bufflehead. I've seen the bufflehead before. I definitely saw some killdeer. That was cool. There was at least one. Oh, bright blue, beautiful Steller's jay landing in the snow. Man, I definitely saw... No, not the northern pintail. It makes it so much easier if I can say it here than it does to go and edit it later. Common goldeneye? Oh, that might be it. It might be a goldeneye. Common merganser, actually. Merganser. Bird. It doesn't matter. The point is I saw birds. I saw lots of birds. It was really cool. They were pretty far away, except for the ones... It was like we got a mixture of right up close and pretty far away. But I made some rookie mistakes, like choosing the location where I sat down. I didn't have the chair with me or anything, so I'm just sitting in frozen snow for 2 hours. I'm very cold. My legs are frozen. I'm just soaking the seat underneath me. Anyway, yeah, it wound up getting really frustrating and annoying and making me just not want to be out here as long. And so I called it short after just 2 hours, but I got some good stuff. I'm really happy with it. It makes me, I gotta tell you, it makes me really I miss my big camera. I haven't been using it much. It's the, Blackmagic. It's the big one. I haven't been using it as much because the lens for the Sony is just really nice. And I was looking at adapters. It would be cool to put that on there, but then I'm looking at it and trying to figure out the best way to do it. The answer is to buy another camera just like the Blackmagic, which I can't afford. It's like a $6,000 brand new camera. I have not looked at it used to see what the pricing would be. I would probably buy it used, but I have no reason to do that. I don't want to sell my old one. I still like it and I still want to use it for different things, but I miss having the luxury of the bigger one. I have just been using these Sonys. They do good. They're really nice, but getting I think they're an FS6. It would be Sony's version of that kind of in-between step from, I don't have examples, but you imagine a DSLR or, they're mirrorless now, but imagine that. And then the next step up is kind of like a box cinema camera, they call it. You get that. And then there's the really expensive cinema cameras later on. So they're kind of a step in between the two there. But yeah, that's like $6,000. Sony announced a new lens I really want to, which is $6,000, which is the equivalent. What I'm using right now is a zoom lens. They've got one that's a fixed at 200mm, but then you can but it's an f2.8, and I bet it would just look beautiful. I bought that. I have that from Canon from many years ago. It's very old at this point. Anyway, I have a lot of stuff and I just want more. I always want more, but yeah, something like that. So I've got a proper viewfinder, one that's really built for video recording first. Thankfully, when it is this cold, the camera doesn't overheat when I'm recording the 4K 60 for a long period of time, but I would really like to get something one day. That's like 12 grand. I don't have that kind of money. I don't have any money. The money I have that bought all this camera stuff has mostly been getting a loan. At least for the last few years, I haven't had to dip any further into debt over the last few years. I've been able to pay everything off as I get it. Anyway, that gets into money talk. We had a great time out, even though it was really annoying and really frustrating and like a mixture of it. Really happy with what I got. And yeah, I saw some wildlife. It was fun. This is a good spot. I'll be back. I'll go further this time. I need to get here earlier. The sun kind of, I don't know. I pulled up and I feel like I talked for maybe 10 minutes. I was recording a thing for Patreon, where I just talk, and I could have just hit the ground running as soon as I got here, but I wasn't done with the mental process, and that held me up a little bit. That's a rookie mistake. Come on. You know what focus first is. And then choosing the location, I wound up thinking, oh, this will be a good spot. And then I set up the camera and realized, well, I'm sitting like down below a bank, so I can't fully see everything. I try to get a higher vantage point, It's over when you have the high ground, Anakin. Anyway, all right, I'm done. That's it for today. I'm going to try to do this more often. I'm not achieving all the goals that I want to, and I've started pulling back some of the other stuff I've been doing so I can get out here more. The weather was really nice until this winter storm just blew through. Like it was a beautiful weekend last weekend. I just chose to stay inside. If I'd gone out, I would not have been as cold because it was like 60 degrees and it's 20 something. That's it for today. Enjoy the footage of the wildlife. I had a good time. I'll be back out soon to get more footage.